YouTube? We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for you guys. I am joined by the Brother Bear, the Highwayman, TJ.
You know what sounds so good right now?
Hmm.
Like a steak and cheese quesadilla.
That would go pretty hard right now.
With like a little bit of hot sauce in it. Oh,
Now you're making me hungry.
I'm so hungry, bro.
But hopefully you guys are hungry for some matches, because we've got some matches from Sully's Abode.
He did a thing. He did
But matches from Sully's for you guys. Sully's is the local card shop we go to every Thursday for Digimon. We start at 6:30 p.m. every Thursday, so if you're in the Chicagoland area, want to check us out, feel free to swing on by. I will drop their TCG player link down in the video description below, along with our socials. But today's matchup features Coop and Jorel going back at it again. They have been duking it out a lot on cam lately, and we've gotten to see sort of like the journey, the battle arc continues. So Coop is on the left playing Omnimon DNA, and Jorel is on the right playing Royal Knights. Sort of the more aggro, Fire Rocket, Unga Boonga version of Royal Knights. So yeah, should be an interesting matchup to see how these two fellas end up. Once again, what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. Oh, deck lists. If you are wondering what the deck lists are looking like, once again, please hit us up on Discord. As I said, I've linked that in our socials down below. Comment if you guys have any opinions, are tired of me reminding you guys, yada yada. But I'm done yapping. Let us hop right into the round.
Do you think? Are you good at like not blinking?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you say me like there's somebody else in here to talk to. Me? The one other person in this commentary session right now? You're talking to me? But no, like, yeah, like, sorry, what did you say? Did you say you were good at it?
Yeah.
Do you think? What's like the longest you've ever gone without blinking? If you had to quantify it.
When I do procedures at work, I go for like at least 10, 15, 20 seconds maybe. Okay, we should do a staring contest. I just want to gaze into your eyes for a little bit. Kind of the way like we're gazing into this Matchplay commentary right now. As mine was not as good. But just some search going on. Coop has generated a pretty good board state at this point already. And Jorel is looking a little bit behind. I mean, he's really only gotten a sister search and a cool boy on board. Yeah. I'm still iffy on that sister. That sister doesn't feel like she does much for me, at least in my iteration of Royal Knights. I see the vision. I just feel like she's kind of left on the wayside now. But we do see a Last Guardian. Final Guardian. Last?
It's Last Guardian.
Last Guardian, yeah.
I feel like Last Guardian has kind of made up for like what she was there for.
Oh!
Right? Like, yes, she's a consistent draw, but Last Guardian now gets you that search that you needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a 1 cost more often than not than 3.
Okay, I just blinked. So I hadn't blinked since you asked me.
That's wow, man.
Oof.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to take a. We gotta pause the video. I'm feeling a certain kind of way right now.
Medieval was a play though. Medieval passed over, so got rid of the board. I mean it's fair. I mean once you play, Omni likes to play out stuff, so you get that out early. Sometimes you stop their game plan.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, because he has to be able to, like, you know, he'll resolve his on plays when he does things, and any sort of effects that would trigger like in between. But Jorel's all turns will always just kind of be lingering there, ready to punish.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that the Wargray and the Melga, well, this Miraculous is there, so he is kind of safe from it in a way. But right. The Wargray and the Melga both do, unfortunately, suffer from only being 11 KDP, so they are pretty much instant pops off of Medieval's effect. Medieval just pretty much pops them for free.
Yeah. A Miraculous, we saw 2 Omnis revealed. One has to go away, and we pick up an Agu as well, so we'll see where we go next. We go Greymon. Greymon to pop the sister. And debating if we want to suspend Tamers here. I think Coop is just like, eh.
He's deciding if he wants to choke to 1 or if he wants to press on the turn, I think. Or no. He's just deciding if he wanted to place it. Okay.
Yeah.
Does find an Omni.
All right.
Which is pretty good.
That's at least 3 Omnis revealed already. Medieval will do the thing and pop the little Gobble Boy. And we pass over at 1.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is looking tough. I mean, no... We pick up another Last Guardian. We gain the memory back, so I mean, we are reducing... Okay.
Oh.
That's a play. We just bot deck the... bot deck the Greymon and call it a day. At least we got Cool Boy to gain us back in memory, so instead of passing over 9, we pass over 8.
Well, we can end of turn also attack and swing with Alliance if we wanted to.
If we wanted to. Oh,
yeah, we opt not to. We just do the 1 chip.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair. Smart to play a bit safer there.
Yeah. But, ooh. Medieval is annoying for Coop. Coop has to play around it. And the fact that we have another body on board.
We have another body on board.
But it's not suspended. We have 2 Last Guardians, so that Omni X has the potential to stay around for a little bit. So, I mean, yes, we gave over a lot of memory. Is it the most ideal play? Probably not. Is it an option to kind of hopefully stall out of a sticky situation? Yes. So we see Coop play the Melga out for 8. We'll resolve effects as best he can. Goes into the Wargrey, and now I think here we can choose to pop something off of Medieval, or does he have to keep finishing?
So the on-play activates, and then basically right now, Coop decides if he wants to try and DNA off the on-play, opts not to. Then Jorel's Alternates activates, suspends the Melga, and then we'll attempt to delete it. So you should be able to pop 11k or less. So we're gonna attempt to pop the Melga.
So then we Omni DNA here off of the Miraculous Knight. So here we can go ahead and you would pop the...
He bottom decks everything at the same level, so he has to choose what he wants to bottom deck first.
Looks like we're choosing... Yeah, that makes the most sense here. So bot deck Medieval Gallant. Jorel will proc the Final Guardian to keep OmniX on the board. We'll attempt a swing here with the Wargrey, which Jorel will let through.
Yeah, he has to. He can't risk another Miraculous play here, I think. At least not another free one. Although it does look like... Okay, Coop does have an Omni Ace and a Melga.
Yeah, that's tough.
So this is tough, yeah.
Miraculous is such a good option. Such a good option. Yeah, just debating on how he wants to pass turn over. I mean, I don't think he can really go too wrong here, right? Like, if you want to just like choke to 1, play out a rookie, that's not a bad call. If you wanted to maybe go a little bit more aggressive and do some other things, that's also very, very possible. But either way, I think Coop is definitely in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, he's sitting in a good spot.
Yeah, we just drop the Agu to choke. We can do some search. We can pick up the Wargrey and the tie. And that's pretty good. Chokes to 1. Jorel has to decide if he wants to proc Last Guardian here or not. And he will do so to keep him on the board.
Yeah.
Which is tough. But I almost feel like you kind of have to have a blocker out on board, because you're looking at game if you aren't able to spit anything out that can prevent all the swings from going through. So it looks like we will go ahead and swing right into the Omni.
Yeah, we do attempt to right into it. Coop is deciding if he wants to ace here, I think.
We'll let it go.
Ops? Okay, interesting. Does chip for the jackets and I'll go out. Okay, we play another Last Guardian, which is really good that Jorel's able to get that off now, because now if...
Yeah.
Well, I guess he would need 2 to keep him safe from Omni DNA.
Yeah.
But it's still something.
No, exactly.
We gain memory back, so we go up to 5.
So now we are reducing. Potentially, this Magna could come out for free, but I think you do that because I mean, you play Magna for free. You can tap Cool Boy, go up to 6. Even if you have to hard play something, you could still do it and not feel too bad about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then at least Magna's like another blocker that you could put out on board. Since you already swung with the Omni. Because if you just leave one body out on board, then you're kind of stuck utilizing your last Guardian to keep... Okay,
we do play a Lord Knight.
Bring out the
Lord Knight
sister. Okay.
Okay, gain 1, draw 1.
Or chooses not to.
He has to do the on play off sister first.
Sure.
Now he can do Cool Boy if he wanted to, which he will. Gain 1, draw 1.
You do see an Omeka in hand now too.
And an Omni X, which is good.
I would just like throw that Omeka out there, no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I mean well, I guess he wouldn't go to 3 anyways, but you kind of just need to set up a board here, because now we have a redirect and a blocker. If Omeka gets deleted, he will go ahead and get tucked under the Yggdrasil, which will be able to, do his Omni X shenanigans because Cool Boy's out there on top of his own Herald and Omni X in hand.
Right.
So we have different means of utilizing things right now.
Right. And you also have things of all different levels as well, which is pretty important when it comes to Omni. Is when Coop potentially will do that Omni DNA play, he can't get rid of multiple bodies. He's just choosing 2 at most.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, I think now this is a tough spot, even though Jorel was... Oh, okay. So it looks like we will go ahead and DNA Evo off of the Omni end of turn swing. I think that's what just happened.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what we were sitting on. Makes sense.
Okay. So Omeka is a blocker. We'll go ahead trash top card of security on Jorel's end. We'll block with the Omeka, so he will get tucked under the Yggdrasil. Omni will go ahead and attempt to swing into the...
I believe he tried to swing to Omni X. But before that could resolve, we were able to, because we're now at 1 security, we're able to use the effect to play out. Oh, I see. He last Guardian. So when he would be removed from play, because he was swinging over it, he used Cool Boy to go ahead and play out the Omeka.
Sure.
Last Guardian kept Omni on board, and then Omeka on played even an Omni X board.
So Cool Boy reads if one of your Royal Knights would be removed, not if it is removed. So technically it would be removed. Jorel just blocked that with the Final Guardian, which is a good play. Very, very good play. And we dealt with the board, but the problem is we still have an Agu and a lot of Tamers that Coop can use next turn. Although we have seen multiple Omni Aces go bye-bye, whether it be via...
We've worked through 3 Omni Aces now.
Well, we got an Omni and an Omni X sitting on the board. Omni X will go ahead and... That's tough.
Another Miraculous.
That's tough.
Which adds the hand and plays out a Mat and Tie. So we have a lot of Tamer advantage right now. Yagu can grab back an Omni, which he will do.
All right. This is a little tough because now you've got 2 level 7s out on the board. If Coop is able to string along the right plays here, he very well could just board wipe Jorel, and Jorel's going to be stuck.
We do have Last Guardian.
That we do, yeah.
So we can keep a thing on board.
So he'll target the Omni X, it looks like here.
Actually, no, it doesn't matter because he's gonna he attempts to bottom deck all. Even if we last Guardian here. You keep one, but it still just gets deleted.
Right. That's the tough part of having them both being level 7s here. So both of them just go away. And we'll go ahead. I'm assuming. Oh, Omeka.
Oh, we left it through. We're on that being removed, so we're able to play out on Omeka. Okay.
But no Omni X in hand to do shenanigans.
But we can at least block that. The end of turn swing, and that's it. Does Jorel have something he can do? Okay. That is something we can do. Deletes it. Gains back a bunch of memory.
Huh.
And
Omeka.
What do you...
Look at that guy.
He's 16, so what do? You can't...
Well, he also doesn't restand or anything like that, right? So, I mean, at this point, I feel like you just...
However, depending on the amount of memory that Coop gives Jorel, it could still be game, because if he gives him 3 memory at least, Jorel can just
play out
hard
like
drop it on the X. Because he can swing, or you
can hard drop it on the X.
He
He could drop a Rush Gallant, whatever it is. So ideally you want to be able to.
Well, no. The Rush Gallant wouldn't work here. The Rush Gallant, because it can't swing when it plays. The reason I'm saying Omni X is he's 1 memory short, unfortunately. But
wait, why can't you swing with the Rush Gallant?
Because if the Oryuken's on board, you can't reduce the play cost. So Rush Gallant just hits forward and passes turn. My point I was trying to make was Oryuken swings into security, gains 3 memory,
right?
Puts Jorel at 6 if he was at least at 3.
You just slam down an Omni X and he can swing in
Correct.
Yeah.
However, the Melga doesn't matter. It's all moot point because the Melga is chilling. Can't do that. That's the level 7s. We can't drop it though. That is true.
Can't drop it. He does have evade, so that's gonna be tough. And Jorel's like,
Jorel, you can see Jorel realizing the evade. Yeah. So we go next.
I mean, he almost got there. It's close.
He did. I mean, he worked through most of Coop's resources.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's
commendable.
Yeah, he held in there for a long time at very little security.
And with a pretty rough start at that too. Got that Miku energy. Yeah, I mean... Alright, so as we see players start, we see Final Guardian... Oh, that's tough. No Crimson, no Medieval Gallant now. That is tough. Coop looks like he's in trouble too, so he has an Agu in the bank, but just passes.
As a note, Coop should have been at 3 memory, not 2 memory.
Yeah.
But moving on.
We dropped the old faithful with Omeka and Magna. And Coop still looks like he's a little gummed up here. That's a lot of options.
Yeah, there's a lot of options and no means of playing.
Coop's like, I don't know what to do.
You can't miraculous. Nothing too miraculous anyways.
Yeah.
Gamers really know.
You could just drop an Agu and choke to 1. But it's not, that doesn't feel great.
Yeah, like what does it really get you, right?
Sure.
Push up and pass. Yeah, I mean, I think he just needs to hatch and
you
get
just
some
need
more
a
search.
hatch. Yeah. Speaking of getting more search, Jorel tucks the Magna to draw 1. Omeka goes ahead and swing.
Does die.
Does his job. Tucks a Gallant X, which is pretty good. We purge, which is now really scary because we have a Gallant X in there.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Ooh.
9, 10. Yeah, and just like that, Jorel netted +3 for sources.
All right.
Technically +4 because Yggdrasil.
I almost, in this point, I get the idea for the draw. I almost would have left the Agu out on board. That way you at least prevent Gallant from trashing and restanding. Oh, okay. So Jess X and a Omeka. Just the pass turn. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, no need to purge just yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you just
I think we're kind of chilling.
Purge
is also scary into this deck because
you do run a lot of big cards.
Yeah.
I feel like you wait to purge unless you have like Lightning Joust and stuff.
Omeka will swing, does die, and there's an Omni. So yeah. Does tuck an Omni X. I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we have a Cool Boy, I think if we have the BT13 Omni, we just have game right now.
That's crazy.
Okay, we just drop a Lord Knight for free, play out Omeka, tap Cool Boy, game.
There is a BT13 Omni. He just drew. Next turn, Jorel has it.
Game. Because 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Raymond.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Raymond can pop Omeka.
Yeah.
Well, it has to pop Omeka. Okay.
Yeah, it has to delete something.
Okay.
And now we're reducing by 13.
Yeah.
14, 15 technically with Cool Boy, so he can play PC-13 Omni and +1 memory off of it. We'll go ahead and play Omeka out off that effect of
That is also like crazy good for Royal Knights being able to play on Omeka. Yeah, you don't get the on play right now, but like the fact that it just like sits there as a blocker, extra body that can swing next turn, like gives it that just much more aggression than you would imagine.
Yeah, Coop realizing he didn't on play the Yagami Evo into it, so he doesn't get the reveal. Okay,
I think Coop's just like frustrated at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of just has to set up. Clears 1. Start a main. Lord Knight will get toxed.
Jesus. Yep. Just spit him out there, brother.
I mean, you just do it. There's no miraculous here, so...
No miraculous. Get rid of both bodies with all your effects. Jesus.
Yeah, can -15 one, bot deck the other.
Or just delete the other, right? Because that's what Omni will do.
Well, Omni won't delete anything because you're playing out all the Royal Knights.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Or you can minus his 15, and then the other one will bot deck it. Yeah. Oh. We're not bot decking? Looks like Jorel forgot. Which could be a problem here.
That could be a blunder. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Oh, Jorel. That's crazy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, he will use the decoy to save his Oryukin.
I think he got too lost in the sauce of like fire rocketing for everything.
I don't even think it's that. I think he just forgot. But we just drop a sister. Everything has rush this turn, so it gains it and is able to sweep for game. So we're still okay. But it was almost Monka.
All right, so once again we go to a game 3 with these two boys.
Yeah. I feel like if you're Coop, you probably bot deck the level 7s.
Yeah. I think
just to steal turn.
Mm-hmm.
And at least get your Omni on board, and you can maybe work out some stuff from there. But it is a hard call.
It's tough, especially when you see all those bodies out on board. It can also just, in the moment, feel pretty overwhelming. Of like, well, what do I do? But okay. Go game 3. Jorel starts off with a cool boy. Coop has a little bit of a better start, it seems like, with Gabu and an Agu search. Oh, Agu. We play out a little Taikari babies. We bot deck so that we can play out a starter deck tie. Not bad. Jorel has a couple options here. I feel like you could just probably play out Omeka, one of them. Yeah, that's fair. So Agu will go ahead and launch himself into security. Hits an Oryukin. Gabu, big guy, lives.
The fire rocket does live, yeah.
Oryukin, Omeka, jeez. We'll swing over the Gabu, and then we play out a sister, drawing 2. That's fair.
Yeah, the start of main phase can be spooky, so I think just a little bit more control is good. Also, don't let me,
I was about to say, did you go get food?
Well, yes. That's why I was very quiet for the beginning.
I figured.
The match. I'm sorry, I didn't say anything. I was so hungry, I just kind of got up and went to grid.
So we see another Last Guardian come out. Looks like we will pick up the Magna and bot deck the other 2. Gain the memory back, play out Magna. So we net memory there as well with another draw. And then we play out a Purge to tuck a Gallant underneath.
Yep.
It's not bad. I mean, you know that Coop has the Uko, which is good for his like search capability, but he doesn't have any of those like Agus or Gabus ready to go just yet. We don't have a Miraculous. We don't have the arguably better Ty and Matt either. So I think it's fair for Jorel to set up and just do what he's doing. Well, speaking of Miraculous, there it is. We play out an Agu.
Yeah, the only hard thing is that Rush Gallant can't hit the Omni Ace pieces because they're 11k. So they hover in that safe spot between its deletion effects.
Right. So Coop has some tough reveals here. It's everything you would want. So you have to kind of pick and choose here. Looks like we will pick up the War Gray. Suspends the Matt and Ty since Agu is played to gain a memory. And then, ooh. Goes here. Go ahead and Magna gets deleted. Cool Boy allows him to play out on Omeka. And pass his turn. 2 Fire Rockets. Oh my god.
Jorel, there's a couple of different options here.
So you full send your Omekas first, though. At least that's what I would think.
Yeah, probably.
He's looking at the Omni. I'll at least full send the 4K Omeka and see if he dies. Yeah. Do that. He does do his job. Puck a Lord Knight underneath. We'll swing. Yeah.
Yeah, he lives. That's kind of... Well, maybe
actually better for Coop that he lived. But we're reducing by 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 now. We have 1 Cool Boy, so not enough to do what he was looking at, which was the Omni X. We'll purge out a Rush Gallant to go ahead, swing. On attack, we'll pop the Agu.
Yep.
Does the last check.
Let's get it through.
Guy. Plays out Omni X, and then we'll just... Yeah, Miraculous. We'll DNA into Omni.
Yeah. So it can be bot text. Omni will be able to go ahead and do some work here.
Mm-hmm. So we could Last Guardian it. But I think...
It's a tough call because he can just save it with Last Guardian, which it looks like he will choose to do. And then Coop has to choose a deletion target.
Right.
Which will probably just be the Omni X again, because if he doesn't, the Omni X can end of turn swing right now.
Right. So, yeah, I think that's probably the better call.
He kind of has to. He doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah, because Omni's not even a blocker. So, yeah, you kind of have to.
I mean, I guess Coop does have the ties to redirect to get TP, so he's not worried about the redirect. He does have blocker, actually, so it's not that bad.
Oh, he does have blocker? Okay.
Yeah, because Omni has raid and blocker.
Okay. Yeah, it's a tough call.
It is tough.
Looks like we're choosing the Rush Gallant here. Oh.
He will choose, yeah. And then I guess Jorel was just like attempt to swing for game. And so Coop blocked it. And I think that was turns. I think that was turn 3. So it does end in a tie.
Right. I remember Jorel telling us that.
Yeah.
So,
but good games overall. Still very good games.
Yeah. No, I mean, well played by both players. Coop's been piloting Omni DNA very well. I think Jorel's also getting a lot more comfortable with Royal Knights again because it's been a bit since the man has played it. And I think it's nice to see sort of a good variant of Royal Knights too, right? Like, I wouldn't say it's like super diverse. We pretty much have like 2 builds, right? You've got kind of the more standard one that we've seen like myself. We've seen Justin play it. And we've seen Jorel, who's kind of focusing more so on like Unga Boonga, right? With like your fire rockets and whatnot. So it's cool to see some of that variety there. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit us up on our socials. Hit us up on Discord. And hopefully we catch you on that next video.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.